Right now, there is a song climbing the global charts by short-circuiting the dopamine receptors in your brain. The group is called ILLIT, and their techno-driven track, It's Me, recently shot straight up the Billboard 200, racking up millions of streams almost instantly. But if you listen closely to the track, you notice something highly unusual. From first beat to final note, the song lasts exactly 2 minutes and 18 seconds. This brevity is a calculated choice. By stripping the song down to its barest essentials, the production team has designed a track that prioritizes one specific metric: the replay. Traditionally, pop songs rely on a bridge, a contrasting section near the end that builds tension before releasing it into a final, satisfying chorus. It provides a necessary musical resolution. This animated timeline shows the anatomy of a standard 3-minute and 30-second song, complete with a verse, chorus, bridge, and resolution. Below is the structure for It's Me. It runs just 2 minutes and 18 seconds, entirely skipping the bridge and hitting a hard, unresolved wall. Fans have flooded social media to complain about this exact missing piece. They are actively criticizing the track for ending too suddenly, leaving them feeling frustrated and unsatisfied. Yet, those same listeners are the ones pushing the track to record-breaking numbers. They are frustrated by the song, but they cannot stop playing it. Food scientists use a concept called hyperpalatability. They engineer snacks to deliver intense, rapid spikes of flavor, sugar, salt, and fat, while completely bypassing the ingredients that actually make you feel full. The audio of It's Me functions exactly like those snacks. It relies on a pounding techno beat and loops an incredibly aggressive, catchy vocal hook, asking "Who's your bias?" over and over again. These looping vocals act like a highly concentrated sugar rush. They deliver an immediate chemical reaction straight to your nervous system, flooding it with dopamine. But right when you expect the song to develop, right when you anticipate the musical equivalent of a full meal, it cuts off. You get the flavor spike, but absolutely zero satiety. By intentionally stripping away the musical resolution, the record label leaves your brain in a manufactured state of constant, unresolved craving. Biologically, humans hate unfinished patterns. When we encounter unresolved tension, our brains instinctively seek out closure to finish the sequence. This flowchart shows how that psychology is weaponized. Because the song denies you a bridge, you reach that abrupt end and unconsciously hit replay, chasing a sense of completion that the track simply does not contain. When you scale this up across millions of listeners, those compulsive individual replays artificially inflate the total streaming numbers. That localized data spike signals the algorithms on platforms like TikTok and Billboard to push the track to an even wider audience. The producers have effectively gamified your frustration. They took a biological glitch in how we process incomplete information and turned it into a self-sustaining engine for algorithmic dominance. To sell this highly engineered product, ILLIT's Mamila Pinatapi EP is wrapped in a dreamcore visual aesthetic. It is styled to look playful, youthful, and distinctly human. They reinforce this by leaning heavily into the bias concept, a K-pop term where fans are encouraged to choose a favorite group member. This pushes the audience to form a deep, protective, parasocial attachment to the performers. It creates a stark contrast. On the outside, you have this warm, intimate relationship with a group of relatable artists. Inside, it's a cold, mathematically truncated 2-minute audio file designed specifically to extract streams. The relatable visual identity acts as a humanizing layer, softening the cold, data-driven logic of a production model built entirely for the platform's algorithm. This shift towards shorter, bridgeless tracks isn't isolated to a single group. Several recent major releases from other labels are experimenting with these truncated structures, testing how much musical resolution can be removed before a listener stops pressing play. We have moved away from an era of lengthy vocal showcases and complete musical narratives, replacing them with an industrial assembly line focused entirely on short-form engagement. Which leaves us to ask, when you hit replay on that 2-minute loop, are you genuinely enjoying the music, or are you just trying to satisfy a biological urge? The bridge in a pop song used to be the space where artists proved their musicality and gave listeners a satisfying emotional payoff. Today, its deliberate removal marks the exact boundary where artistic expression ends and algorithmic manipulation begins.